Khosi Network, Khosi, Amakhosi. Aish, guys, you know what? Our team is the bomb. But anyway, let's talk about the real stuff. Players want to have been joining other teams. There's rumors. There's Tontoni. Yo. Chiefs is a movie. It's a drama. It's a series. It's Breaking Bad. It's The Mentalist. It's Shaka Ilembe. But anyway, before we get into that, please like, comment, and subscribe. And guys, the videos have been slow because it's a very quiet season of football. But what I need to do and what you guys expect of me, when you guys click subscribe, you expect me to vuga baba every day funama video. So the plan is I'm gonna try and make videos, but I know sometimes you guys feel like the video may not be beneficial because we tend to be repeating the same indabas all the time. But anyway, let me just get into it. So today's news, the big topic of today is that Kaizer Chiefs is reported by DDC Times and all these journalists that Kaizer Chiefs has lost their captain. He's apparently signed a 3-year contract. The DDC captain. Hey, some of you are getting excited thinking it's mad. The DDC captain, Amakhosi, and he has signed a 3-year contract with TS Galaxy. Right? A lot of people are crying and complaining and saying Chiefs is now going to go back and buy this player for 10 million one day when he's a star and all of these things. And you know what? I am a bit confused. Because this boy today in the morning, when Chiefs had a press conference at the village, he was there. He was there talking to the media. So how does this boy go from talking to the media to signing for TS Galaxy in the very same day? This boy was rumored to be signing for TS Galaxy yesterday. Kaizer Chiefs management saw this rumor or whatever the case may be, and today they made him in a press conference, which he's never been. They've never invited these captains of DDCs to press conferences, but today they did it. He arrived, he talked. But now all of a second Sunday, we've been told that he signed a professional contract for free with TS Galaxy. So this is now my question. Is TS Galaxy, number one, our feeder team, meaning that, are we their feeder team, meaning that we give them talent, or has Kaizer Chiefs management been doing things smart? What do I mean been doing things smart? What if everyone thinks that Amakhosi went to TS Galaxy and Chiefs management lost the player for free and all of these things? But what if Chiefs has a buyback clause that once we think this player has done well, we want to be able to buy this player back for 4 million. What if Chiefs because I've heard that the center back at TS Galaxy, Undamane, has a similar contract where Chiefs has a buyback clause where if they want to buy Undamane, they get to buy him. Because why I'm saying this is because if Chiefs has that agreement with TS Galaxy, because a lot of us have seen one clear thing. Chiefs and TS Galaxy have a good relationship. Chiefs always buys players from TS Galaxy. Tim Suzuki wants to always improve Kaizer Chiefs. He likes the relationship he has with Kaizer Chiefs. We pay him a fair price for players. And he, in turn, also, I think, supplies us with whoever we want. I don't think TS Galaxy has refused Chiefs a player, but I may be mistaken because some may argue they refuse to Obas and all these players. But yeah, my thing is that I'm hoping that it's more that. I'm hoping that Chiefs has a relationship with TS and that we can get these players back. But it's players that when we give to TS Galaxy, we give them saying, Guti, we have a buyback clause, but please push these players to be top talents and to have starting roles, etc. Because Amakhosi, as good as he is, he would struggle to make the current Kaizer Chiefs squad, especially if Chiefs has the aim to boost the midfield. Imagine if Kaizer Chiefs goes and signs Pepele Sitole and Fitoto Fezo Salum. When will Ntando Nkosi get a chance to play in the midfield, because those ones will most likely play 80 to 90% of the games, and Ntando Nkosi will probably get a substitution game, etc. But if he goes to TS Galaxy, chances are he could play up to 60% of the games there, because he'll probably be one of the best players there. And we all know Umbanjwa, the DM who plays there, is getting old and he's not going to be able to play every game. So that's why I am not at that point where I'm concluding that Chiefs has lost this player like 100%. I am optimistic that Chiefs has lost this player, but Chiefs has a deal to get him back, and we won't have to pay 10 million to get him back. That is me being optimistic, because I'm saying, how can this boy be chatting to the press conference in the morning, and then this afternoon now we get told that this boy is no longer going to be a Chiefs? Like, if he's at the press conference, does not mean that they trust in him and they want to have him in the future. So that's what I think about that story. Chiefs is going to be playing Polokwane City. We will chat more about that game when we go. We played the previous Kukune game. It was okay. Like I said, I don't want to go too deep into that, because people will end up crying, and we will have a Nabi, I hate you, Nabi, I love you story. But anyway, the biggest thing that I want to say is, I think I've said this before, but I want to close out with this, and I'll say, if you're going to have Nabi as your coach, sign him players. If you're not going to have Nabi as your coach, then please fire him now. When we play our last game against Polokwane City, fire Nabi, give the new coach a chance to start, so he can assess these players, he can build these players, he can say who he wants to, Chiefs must try to bring in, he can make his own negotiations, etc. Just like Nabi brought Miguel, Nabi was talking to Feitoto, Nabi was talking to Lilepo, that other coach can get a chance to do the same thing. Another thing that I wanted to raise is, people have been chatting about Jabulani Blom. Jabulani Blom seems to have an attitude problem. We don't know where this thing comes from, because in Jabulani Blom, his previous stint at Kaizer Chiefs, he was one of the more disciplined players. He's the one player who I can tell you for, I don't want to say a fact because I was not there, but I can tell you because his personal trainer used to say, Jabulani Blom, in his previous stint at Kaizer Chiefs, he used to train with Chiefs, then he used to leave Kaizer Chiefs after training and go to another trainer. That's why in Jabulani Blom, in his stint before he left Chiefs, he was one of the fittest and one of the most, athletic players in the league. Just because the guy was focused on his fitness, he was focused on his strengthening, etc. Now that Jabulani Blom has come back to South Africa, I don't know what's happened to him. He looks like a rapper. He's going all around South Africa, doing photo shoots. I don't know if he's taking football serious. I don't know if he's enjoying football anymore. I don't know. And he even left St. Louis City to come to Chiefs, because even the coaches that side were struggling with his attitude. He was fighting with the coach. There were just a lot of things that were not going right. So at this point, I don't know what to make of Blom and this season he's in. I don't know if he lost the person who is close to him. I don't know if he's just now, the money has gone to his head. I don't know. And I also don't want to act as if I know Blom's story. Because what if Blom has been having a bad experience at Kaizer Chiefs? What if Nabi is treating Blom badly, but we wouldn't see it? What if Blom has a genuine case for being demotivated and not willing to give his best for Nabi? These things are all valid points, but we won't know the answer. But anyway, all I can say is this, Blom. Guti, if it's the Nabi issue, my only thing is, never give your coach the satisfaction or that luxury of having that one on you. The coach can hate you, the coach can dislike you, but do your job. When I clock your 9 to 5 and do your best, you may hate the environment, but just do your best. So when you leave, no one can say you did not give 100% at training. And that's all I'm asking of Blom. Always give your 100%. never not give you 100%, even if you know that you're not going to stay and play under Nabi again. Rather that, or you could go to Kaizer Chiefs management and ask to be released back to St. Louis. So that's the second option if you're that unhappy. But anyway, that's all I have for today. All I'm saying is that the reality is that, guys, all the players you like in Kaizer Chiefs development will not be playing for Chiefs senior team, either currently in these coming years or ever in their whole careers. They may never play for Kaizer Chiefs. So the one mistake we tend to make is thinking that all of our development players deserve to play for Kaizer Chiefs. Unfortunately, that's not how life works. All of the players that are developed by Barcelona, developed by Real Madrid, developed by Atletico, probably 80% of them, you won't see them ever wearing Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico colors. They'll end up playing in other leagues or in other places in Europe, or some of them will even end up in lower leagues, or some of them will even quit football. Just because we see Abo Ansu Fati, Abo Gavi, Abo Pedri, Abo Yamal, we think that the whole development is great. Guys, you must remember, if Yamal is 17, Pedri is 18 or 21, Gavi is younger than him, all these guys are different ages. Meaning at some point they played with other teams. When you see them playing with each other, don't be mistaken to think at Barcelona, when they came to Barcelona and playing as youngsters, they always play together. A lot of these guys didn't play together until they got to the reserve sides and Catalona B or whatever those things are called. So don't be fooled by that. For example, Mdu Shabalala and Duba are the same age. You expect them to play together. But Vilagazi was in a younger age. And Amakhosi, younger age. And it's going to keep being like that. But one day, these people might all be on the field together, and you can be like, other teams don't develop players. Chiefs' whole starting lineup is here. But it's like, no, technically it's not. These guys didn't come up in the same age group. Some of them were playing together and others weren't. So, in essence, what I'm trying to say is, not every Kaizer Chiefs development player will play for the senior team. Some of them will be good in other teams. Some of them will play in the Mvela League. And others will just not be good enough for football. And that is the reality of life. Amakhosi.